trim it down to love. Are you ready to get really real about things as they are? Everything around you can be seen through a simple lens where the mathematics of love form the core of all geometries of understanding. You need not make any resplendent show of caring if love is not the basis, for it also forms the most magnificent patterns for happiness to find a roost. Meanwhile, you feel the pull of something new, uncharted yet strangely familiar new land. Make your homecoming lightweight. Leave behind all the heavy stuff. The present holding pattern is necessary. Do you doubt the design, the designer, or the designation to which you have allotted your time? You've chosen your target to some extent, and you're on course for making things turn out right. However, at this moment, when time seems to be at a standstill, you cannot waver. Trust the anchor you have in the new reality that you sense arising, however tenuous that connection may seem. From time to time, you might feel things are swaying, that the solidity of your vision isn't quite there. While you're hanging around, waiting for the picture to come into focus and get real about your situation, there's a route by which you are attached to the stock and lineage from which you emerged. Follow the inner path to that route and dare yourself to see where it leads. Take the moment to review the core truth that connects you to your ancestry, be that familial or spiritual, without the dressing and all the addenda that typically accompany it in your mind. That thing that joins you through time is the thing that can grant your freedom without sacrificing, without destroying anything that's not destined to fall away naturally. Adhere to what matters, not to anything that leads you further away from your own moment of Satori. Look around you. Take stock of what really brings you happiness. While you're at it, give another round of thought to what happiness means to you. Where do you find it? Or more importantly, where does it find you? You can hold on to moments, experiences, and mementos of those treasures you label as your own. Even those things you have given from your heart to another can somehow still belong to you as part of a treasure you yet claim. Let your release be total when you open your heart, that your giving doesn't lead to incompletion in any way. You can't breathe if you're under the weight of things, no matter how valuable, no matter how non-material they may be. Even the thought attached to something shared can carry a crushing weight if it is not allowed to resolve into the pure substance that is at the base of all things. There's no great mystery in this. Inherent in all things is love, the most universal of energetic forces, the most elemental of all things, the absolute which carries no mass, which leaves no trail of debris, nor any dent or damage where it has dwelled. In fact, it is the only substance that you cannot lose when you release it. If you feel the need to substitute its nature with something you might still find yourself holding onto in any way, consider again the idea of what brings you happiness. Factoring love into your formula of economics might have surprising and liberating rewards. As you move ahead on your journey, consider how to lighten your load. Are you still carrying burdens from times past that belong in the past? Left unresolved, memory and circumstance can do more than simply weigh you down. They can sabotage or even sink your evolution. You're ready to move forward, carrying with you the best of who you've become, the memories that affirm who you are becoming. Consider the nature of what that is, and see if, in the final calculation of parameters, it is at its core the fine mathematics of love. Whatever you have come through can be distilled into this, if you are clever and cast away all the dead weight of nonsense. Before you set off into the next phase of your adventure of becoming, consider the viability of what you've been carrying thus far. You're heading into new territory, unfamiliar and irresistible. What you bring with you has to fit into the scenery. Look at what surrounds you as defining concepts of what needs to be, and see if you can draw to a close some aspects of thought modes from bygone eras of your story. Bookmark what still has some meaning, and be willing to discard the empty shells. Speed requires lightening your load. Lately, it feels like you can't get where you're going fast enough. If you can't decide what to do, strip it down to the elements and see if you can recognize love. Sometimes reconfiguring the material of thought in such a way makes all the difference in the world. This week's contemplation from Opalescence. A lot of jagged shards of glass surrounded inner truths about carrying out destructive acts in the name of ideology, religion, or party affiliation. We are neither promoting nor supporting such antics. We mention it merely because drowning in thorns is not necessary and one reality you need not retain any longer. A dream doesn't change into a nightmare, or the other way around by itself, real or believed to be true though the cause may be. Berries of awareness ostentatiously display themselves among a crown of thorns. Crowded in a sharp corner, a berry dare not move. It waits for interaction in which its crystalline signature may be released in acquisition of divinity. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for new weekly updates. These come out twice a week on Thursdays with an update on Monday. And I thank you all who have been supporting this work for so long. And if you like what you hear, please consider supporting me with coffee. You'll find the link in the description below. Thanks, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.